My name is Sarah Mulligan and I am a student intern at Ulster University, and one of the projects we're working on is called Taste Your Waste, and it is all about reducing food waste, as it is a huge problem in the world today, especially in the UK. Around 6.4 million tonnes of food is wasted each year. 4.4 billion of that is still edible and can still be used in recipes and eaten. That's why I'm doing this soup here today, as it is a way of just using up all that waste and preventing it from going to landfill. And all the food waste that is going to landfill is contributing to greenhouse gas emissions, so obviously reducing your food waste is good for the planet, and it's also good for your pocket. And this is the first recipe in the Taste Your Waste package. So it's basically a recipe designed to use up all of your leftover vegetables, so things like peelings or just like any spare fruit and veg you have lying around in your fridge, and you just chop it all up and add some stock and blend it up, and then it's a soup. So I'm going to talk through some of the ingredients I have here. So I have parsnip, butternut squash and onion, as well as some garlic. So I'm just going to show how to chop up the vegetables. You want them to be like uniform in size, because you want them all to cook at an even rate. So you can basically just use any vegetables you have lying around the house. These vegetables go really well with the curry powder that I'm going to put into it, because they're quite sweet and it balances out with the curry powder. But you can use any vegetables you really want, like leftover broccoli, potatoes, sweet potatoes. Anything really works. And you don't have to worry too much about what the vegetables look like when you're chopping them, because it's all going to be blended up at the end anyway. If there are any bits that you need to throw out, make sure that you put them into your compost bin, is the best way to dispose of them. But this recipe basically uses up most of the vegetables anyway. I've also got some chopped up garlic cloves here, which I'm going to add in, and you'll also need some curry powder, some olive oil, salt, pepper and some stock. So I have 1 litre of stock here, but depending on how many vegetables you have or what serving size you're going to use, you just can use less or more stock. So I'm just going to heat up the saucepan here. And just put it on like a medium high heat, because you don't want to burn the onion, which is going in first. So I'm going to put a tablespoon of oil in. So I'm just waiting for this to heat up. It shouldn't take too long. So I'm going to add in the onion first. Try not to spill some of the things on the ground. So we're just going to let the onion brown for about 5 minutes before adding in the garlic. So whenever the onion looks translucent, that's usually a sign that the other ingredients are ready to be added. So we're going to add in the curry powder. So I'm using mild to medium curry powder here, but you can make it as spicy as you like. So I'm going to add in about 1.5 tablespoons. And give it a stir. So this, you need to be quick moving with this part, because the curry powder can catch and burn. Sometimes you can add a little splash of water just to prevent it from sticking. So I might add just a little bit of stock. and give it a stir. And then add in your garlic. So the reason I'm adding in the garlic now is because if you add it in too early with the onions, it can overcook and even burn. And when garlic is burnt, it tastes really bitter and it can ruin the flavour of the dish. So it's best to add in now, just before you add the liquid in, so that it doesn't burn. So now I'm going to add in the rest of the vegetables. So I've chopped them up all evenly here in similar sizes, as you can see. I'm just going to put them into the pan. This recipe serves two, but it's easily doubled, or you can even reduce it down by half to serve just one, just depending on how many leftover vegetables you have lying around. And just give it a stir to coat the vegetables through the garlic and the onion and the curry powder. And just give it a little season with some salt and pepper. Not too much salt though, because there is stock going in. And just give it one last stir. Now I'm going to add in the stock. So I'm adding in 500 mils first of all, just to see how much it covers. So the aim is to mainly just make sure that the vegetables are covered and that there's enough liquid so that they can cook through. So I'm going to need another bit. So I've got another 500 mils here. Just make sure all the stock is out. And just give it a stir through. And then I'm just going to turn the heat up. So I'm going to put the lid on because then it comes to a boil a lot quicker. And then whenever it comes up to the boil, I'll turn the heat down to let it simmer for 25 minutes to give it enough time for the vegetables to all cook through evenly. So after about 25 minutes, you're just going to check the vegetables and see if they're cooked. So these are feeling quite soft. Just poke them around with a knife a little bit. If it needs longer, just let it cook for longer, but it obviously depends on how small or large you cut your vegetables up. So mine were quite small, so it didn't take quite 25 minutes, but as I say, just let it cook longer if it needs it. So what I'm going to do now is, well, I turned the heat off, so I'm going to get the immersion blender, but you can also use a jug blender if you don't have one of these. So I'm just going to stick this in here and blend it up. I think that's it. So once that's blended, just unplug your blender and set it aside. And then you just get yourself a bowl and serve up. And that's just the recipe there. You can obviously serve this with whatever you want. If you've got any crusty bread, croutons, or even if you have like spare cream or anything, just a little drizzle on top for garnish, just to make it look nice. And that's it.
Hi everyone, my name's James, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make a really simple and easy alternative to pulled pork using something that you probably all throw away on a daily basis. And today we're going to be using a banana peel. Now, I know it seems a little bit strange and a little bit weird now, but bear with me and hopefully you'll all be converted to cooking your banana peels. So for this recipe, you're going to need one banana. One banana is usually enough to serve one person. You will also need a bap, 2 tablespoons of barbecue sauce, 1.5 tablespoons of olive oil, half a teaspoon of paprika, 3/4 teaspoon of chili powder, 3/4 teaspoon of mustard powder, 3/4 teaspoon of garlic powder, 3/4 teaspoon of onion powder, and 1/4 teaspoon of cumin. And you'll also need some water as well. So first thing that we're going to do is prepare our banana. You want to make sure that your banana peel is nice and clean, so give it a little wash and then remove the top and the end parts of your banana. And remember to put these in the brown bin. Then you want to take a spoon and peel away that white inside of the banana as well, because we don't want that part in our pulled pork burger. Like so, it comes away really easily anyway. And that's it, and that part can go in your brown bin too once you're finished. So next we want to make this look a little bit more like pulled pork. So what we're going to do is shred the banana using a fork. So just starting at the top, pulling down the peel all the way through, like so. And it creates these nice long thin strips, which does look a bit more like pulled pork. And you want to do that and just pull the peel apart, like so, and then this other side as well. Then you want to take a knife and just any longer bits that are quite long or thick, just chop them down to be a little bit finer so they all cook kind of at an even rate as well whenever you're frying them. So just chop them in half, like so, and pop them into a bowl. This is a good point to preheat your pan so it is nice and hot. So just preheat to a medium heat. We don't want it too high either. So at this point we want to add in our oil to the banana peel. And then all of our spices as well. And then you want to give this a good mix around to make sure that the banana is evenly coated in the seasoning as well. So that's all evenly coated now, and now it's time to actually just cook the banana peel, and we're almost finished. So I told you it was really quick and easy, and it's the perfect meal for the middle of the week whenever we're really busy. So I have my pan on here, and I'm going to take and put the banana peel into the pan, like so. And this is whenever I'm going to add in a little bit of water. So I'm a nutrition student, so I have to opt for the healthier option instead of using oil. I'm using a little bit of water, not too much. And this is really just going to help steam the banana peel to soften it down rather than fry it off. The cooking time for the banana peel really varies depending on the ripeness of your banana. So the riper your banana, the quicker it tends to cook. So just bear that in mind. It won't take any more than 5 or 10 minutes to cook in the pan. So just be careful and keep an eye on it. You're kind of waiting for it to go a little bit soft, but not too mushy, because no one likes mushy pulled pork. So you still want it to have a little bit of shape. So just cook it. You'll know by the feel of it, and whenever you press through with the wooden spoon, press through the banana peel, just making sure that it is nice and soft as well when you're cooking. So 55% of all of our food waste actually comes from the consumer, so that includes you and me as well. So that could be overbuying on food, not planning or shopping properly throughout the week, maybe just simply forgetting that you have something in the fridge and it's gone past its use by and having to throw it out. So as consumers, we really do have a big role to play in making sure that we reduce our food waste, and it's all about taking simple, small steps can have a great big impact as well. So hopefully you will learn some really nice ways through this program to help you reduce your food waste. While this is cooking, it's a good time to clear up and move away any dirty dishes and get ready to serve up your pulled pork banana peel. If the pan does become a little bit dry, don't be afraid to add in a little bit more water to help finish off cooking the banana peel. If it starts to stick a little, then you can add in a little bit more water too, but just keep an eye on it for whenever it's cooking. The banana peel is very nearly finished now, so just whenever it is about 30 seconds away from being cooked, you want to add in your barbecue sauce, so your 2 tablespoons, and just pop that into the pan. And then just mix that through and make sure the banana is evenly coated in the barbecue sauce. I'm going to turn my pan off now. And then I have my bun. Just place the banana peel inside the bun. Oops. And that is it finished up, and that's how to make a banana peel pulled pork alternative burger. So for more information and tips, tricks and recipes on how to reduce your food waste, don't forget to check out the Taste Your Waste PDF leaflet that you would have received whenever you signed up for the programme. So thanks very much.
Hello, my name is Hannah and I'm a student here at Ulster University studying human nutrition. Today I'm going to be making coleslaw. This recipe is designed to use up all of the leftover parts of fruit and vegetables that you may have opted to throw in the bin. So firstly I'm going to take broccoli and cut it up. And now I'm just going to mix everything together. Next I'm going to add some cider vinegar, some mustard, mayonnaise and some garlic. And now just mix that all together. Take a spoon out. Leave that there to sit for an hour and then serve and enjoy. Next I'm going to be making banana ice cream. Firstly, freeze your bananas. Whenever they're frozen, pop them into the blender. Make sure you blend them until they're ice cream-like consistency. Next, add 3 teaspoons of cocoa powder. And blend again. So whenever that there is blended up into ice cream-like consistency, take a scoop. And enjoy.